Ede pata mata haware asara mata ka na bela ovelio. Ora pona na midiku ni of men e metara wari wo ma blog on obeko. Metari Nigeria we
Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria.
Yeah.
Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria. Ede pata mata haware asara mata ka na bela haware.
Metari Nigeria wuge. Metari Nigeria biye.
Wow.
Metari Nigeria wado.
Wakobilo Urhobo wado. Wado.
Asara mataka na bela.
Wakobilo.
Akwa na midiku ni of men metara wari wo ma blog on obeko. Metari Nigeria biye.
Metari Nigeria.
Urhobo wado. Bros Red. Aloya. Solomon. So if you are the first to welcome to the show today. Yes, Ochuko, I was waiting for you. You're all welcome, sir.
Metari Nigeria wado. Metari Nigeria biye. Metari Nigeria go si radio ni Metari Nigeria mo pasao. Ede kota mateverio. Asara mataka na bela si odi. Akana mediku ni of men metara wari wo ma blog on obeko. Metari Nigeria biye.
Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria.
Yes. Daddy Kris has been fine. Tony. Friday, Wakobilo.
Metari Nigeria wado. Metari Nigeria siloni. Metari Nigeria miyere wabani. Metari Nigeria wado. Ede pata mata haware asara mata ka na bela berio. Rakwa na midiku ni of men metara wari wo ma blog on obeko. Metari Nigeria wado.
Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria. Metari Nigeria. Ede pata mata haware asara mata ka na bela haware.
So,
Metari Nigeria we mali pijo dinena. Metari Nigeria we mali pijo sirodio.
Metari Nigeria wo mali pijo tinena o. This is Go Slow. Only the people of our time understand this. Urhobo wado.
Metari Nigeria wo mali pijo tinena. Metari Nigeria wo mali pijo tinena. Metari Nigeria wo mali pijo tinena. Metari Nigeria wo mali pijo tinena.
Yes, greetings, Jaro.
tijo tinana.
Look at me, you're going to
Nigeria, Omari tijo tinana.
Ugayo, Urhobo.
Anani solo gu. Urhobo wado. And I go slow of blessed memory. Urhobo men wa kobilo, and I want to thank you all for joining me today. Kide milu anana fi kide no wa itinem. And I cannot thank you guys enough. I'm honest. I started something very small. Now it has turned to something that I didn't plan for. And I know it is now a duty that I should do this. And most of the things they come from my heart. And that is why I'm comfortable doing it. No rather than we just talk. And I felt today is a day to move to the next level. A day can be progressive. So today is a day we're going to try and talk about why are we even here? What is this? Is this a platform for... Is this a talk show? No, it's not a talk show. Yes, I'm a media person, so I started a media platform where I can talk to people, yes. But it grew beyond me. And now it is a platform where we talk to each other about ourselves. And what are we talking about? About Urhobo. And what are we talking about in Urhobo? How Urhobo can go up. I'm making a lot of that. We've made a lot of in so many cases, yes. You to now look in so many cases yet. Even the elite have done wrong, yes. But today is a day to correct the wrongs. And try to say, let us do the right things now. And let us carry those who are ready to do the right things with us. And that's why I want to bring the things I've designed, which is within my immediate limited wisdom, been able to design. And I've shared this yesterday and again. When I'm going to start teaching like this today, is I have a friend who's doing something similar to me now. And he asked me, Christian, do you think Urhobo can survive as a nation? And I said, without looking back, I said, yes. Not that we are calling for a breakaway from Nigeria, but Urhobo have every potential to survive as a nation. And he asked me why. And I want to share this with you people, please. And I want us to do this with open mind. Open mind. And without bias. I'm not saying it because I'm an Urhobo man. I said one thing. In the whole of Nigeria, there are not up to 2 places that is like Urhobo land. And please, take note of this. There are not up to 2 places that is as rich as Urhobo land. One, let me show you one thing. Let me first show this. You see, this is one of the unique things about Urhobo. You see, this is our land. Look at our terrain. There's the water. This water is not like a lake. This leads you to the Atlantic Ocean. And that is the root of all international trade. You see, if I tell you the amount of goods coming into Nigeria, the ones that come from the airport is limited. The bulk come through the seaport. And that is something we have at our doorstep. You see, that is one of the greatest things Urhobo have. We are blessed by virtue of that water that flows in our land. If you remember, the Bible was talking where the water flows with milk and honey. When there's a flow of water, people are bound to reside there. People don't go to dry land. And this is one gift we have. We don't just have water like spring. We have the one that connects us to international route. That is one of our greatest strengths. Now, I need not tell you that we have oil. Okay, I'm confused. You understand? So we have oil. We have this great land. And you know what? Just in case you miss the news, we have great people, potential people, assets. Urhobo, it's no more the land, it's no more the oil, it's the Urhobo children, the sons and daughters of Urhobo land. And I want to thank you guys for bringing Urhobo to this extent. And let us thank, this is where today I said we're going to thank our forefathers. And I play this music intentionally today. I want to tell our women that when we book a man, because I read in Nakari today, I read Buten and then Besolo. Our fathers were reproducing. That's how we managed to have this population now. That's why we are talking. I want us to be really very careful what we do today, because today is not a day of. It's not, and I want to make it clear. This is not a political movement. Please, this is not a political movement. This is a national movement. And if we find what is wrong within ourselves, we will always find it. If you go to the Hausa land, they are the one even betraying themselves more. Because the massive poverty in Hausa land is not even in Urhobo land. There's nowhere there's no division. Let us get that clear. We are not the worst people. We don't hate each other. We are not the worst people that if we see each other, we hate ourselves. That is not true. You don't see Urhobo man and begin to kill Urhobo man the next day. We don't do it. We may have some political differences, but we are not evil to one another. Urhobo people are not bad people. And I've been here now. I can say that for free. So let's talk about our potentials. I just showed that vast land. That's still we have. We have oil. We have people. And you know the funniest thing? There is nothing you cultivate in Urhobo land that will not grow well. And just as you leave the sea, there is this beautiful dry land where everything can happen. And I ask myself, so if you ask us whether we can be a nation, I would say to you, yes, we can. We are not asking for a breakaway from Nigeria. But if what we are entitled to, we're not getting it, then we have reason to raise our concerns. And if we don't, then we're foolish. Let's die this. Because I'm going to show you a video today. I'm not really interested in the nation Nigeria now, because if I go into that, that's what I'm going to share with you. I'm not the one that's even saying it. The world has confirmed that Nigeria has failed its citizens. Not only us, but our own is severe. And I want to say this to you. There is hardly a nation like Urhobo nation on earth. Now, if you don't know, when you go back today, go and look at any other ethnic region in this world that is as rich as that small Urhobo. That we have the sea. The sea, we don't need anybody to get to the Atlantic Ocean. We have the land, we can farm, and we have people. Oh God, tell me what we don't have. And how can we be having all these things and still be treated as second-class citizens? Now, I'm going to say this today. For those of you, Nigeria is not our own. As an Urhobo man, I feel insulted every day when I say I'm in Nigeria. And we will not come to that today. But I want them to know that Nigeria, because the fact that my sons and my children cannot be president of Nigeria just because they are not from a particular tribe, is annoying. I don't even belong to that country first. So if we're going to follow that route, because it's going to be difficult, it's mathematically impossible for my child to be a president of Nigeria, and that sickens me already. Then the only state you give to us, you are talking about, Well, because we're not going to go into that. That's not the topic of today. But let's talk about our uniqueness as a people. So if you can imagine the amount of wealth that is in Urhobo land, I'm talking, let's not compare. Call any other tribe in Nigeria compared to their population, and that we are the most blessed. And I'm not saying it, I'm not managing it. Because it's only Urhobo land that have the oil, that have the sea route to the Atlantic Ocean, that have the people that can still do a wonderful farming, all in the same place. I know people will count what we have today. Today is a day to count our blessings. It's not a day to fight the other Urhobo man. I'm going to stop that today. And I want us to really think well. To think well our position in Nigeria. That's why I came to answer the first question I was asked. Can Urhobo survive as a nation? And I asked myself, why not? And today, I want to put this question out to people. I want you guys to tell me the population of Urhobo. I was trying to put it in the new website. And that's where I'm coming to. I know, don't forget that I'm not alone. So sometimes I am very careful that I don't piss my team up. Because this is not about me. God forbid, I sleep and I don't wake up. This movement can never stop. Because this is not me. This is a movement of a particular set of human beings fighting for what belongs to them. And it's not fighting anybody. They're just saying, what we deserve, please, we need to have it. And this is a wake-up call. The coronavirus has told you that nobody is nobody is better than you. Don't surrender yourself to any human being on earth. Who is telling you are not good enough? That person is deceiving you. Coronavirus has proven it. And then the killing of our black brother in America has awakened up the inequalities and the oppression in the world. So, you see, at the end of the day, it boils down to what belongs to the Urhobo man. And I'm saying it to you, the Urhobo man that is fighting your brother, you are making the biggest mistake of your life. If you see me here, you think I'm your enemy, then you are the trouble, you are the cause of the land. Because the problem is not between me and you. Let us wake up and know that togetherness, we're going to go forward and achieve a goal. This goal we're talking about, it doesn't mean we will not fight as a people. And that's why I'm worried. You know why I decided to do this show today? I'm worried for two reasons. One, I am worried that 2023, governor may be coming to Urhobo land. All things being equal, that will divide us. But that's not the problem. There are bound to be disunity. Even in my father's house, we have disunity. But we all answer the same surname. There are bound to be confusion. If I'm looking for what is dirty in this studio now, I'm going to look under my seat. There are a lot of dirty things there. Do not bring my dirty linen outside. I'm not going to bring them out again. Unless those that refuse to follow. Then we're going to live the way Jesus Christ did it. I'm going to follow the movement of Muhammad. I'm sorry. You follow or you don't. Judge Bush said, if you're not with us, you're against us. And we're not starting that big way yet. Let us be careful. Urhobo belongs to us. And we are not even up to second-class citizens in that country called Nigeria. And we are celebrating, for instance. You know what we are celebrating? We are celebrating that we have a DSP. And you know, are we not ashamed? Are we born to be second class in the country of our own? And you know what is so funny? No, the oppression, even if we say, okay, the country is big, let us understand that. What about the state that they gave to us? Bob Marley said, until the philosophy which hold one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, everywhere is war. Until this injustice, which claim that some people are better in Nigeria than some, is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned. Until I can see the future of the Urhobo man until I can see justice from our people. We will not keep quiet. And today is not a day to fight even our national leader. It's a wake-up call for everyone. And then, how are we going to do this? That is going to be the next thing we're going to talk about. But before we come to the main topic, how are we going to do it? It's a question for everybody today. It's not for Jerry Kris alone. This is a question for everybody. How are we going to do this? Now we know we have been oppressed. We know we are down. We know where we're coming from. We know how blessed we are. In fact, I said it again. Quote me. People, there is no land as blessed as Urhobo land. Quote me. Who can say it? Tell me that land in Nigeria that can have the sea route. That can immediately go to the Atlantic Ocean. Meaning we can get ship coming to the land. That's commercial. That's a big route. That's the advantage Lagos have over every place in the country. But we have it. Our own is downplayed. You are smiling, you're in the same country. We are not in the same country. But let's assume that. Let's assume that is okay. Then number two, we produce oil. The oil, you can see the effect of the oil in the land. It's taken away. Okay. Now, our children, now, if we're going to crown it all, I don't want to bring that philosophy. I'm scared to bring it on this show because I don't want to preach hatred. But to see the thought of the same people again coming to oppress us, and we're selling our lands to them, and they're now taking over the land, impregnating our daughters, they kick us out of the land again. Urhobo wado, shine your eye. Urhobo me, shine your eye. But we're not going to do that today. First, let us look at a video. It's not me that said this. That look at the Nigeria we say we all belong to. Urhobo, let us share this video. I'm going to share the video with you that talk about the Nigeria we all belong to. And ask yourself, if these are people to rely on, if there's anything called Nigeria. And I'm going to always drive the point back today on how rich we are. And before you talk of one or two things about the same Nigeria, you're going to see the contribution of the Urhobo land. And it pains me when I see that it is my destiny that is being languished, that all the lavishness you see is happening because of our destiny. Most of the people actually spending our money uselessly, they don't contribute one penny to this country called Nigeria. They're not contributing. Okay, I'm gonna take the first call from Bros. But Bros, I wanted to share one video first. If you let me share the video, then I'll pick your call. Is that all right, Bros? Let me just pick the call because Bros is it's very troublesome. Let's beg Bros first. Bros.
Hey.
Migo.
Where, my boy?
Are you man?
Cool.
Are you man? We're very fine, sir. Migo, not share me video. I will be very well. All right. We are very fine, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. No.
Yes, sir.
No.
Hey.
Oh, what are you Kris make my way? What are Obuselu or your Buguselu or Milo, what am I going to watch it by Boca to Robotale?
He giant or Kobilo Bros. Okay, Nathan, they were not going
man. Consider milk my way. Oh, man, this is long overdue.
Yes.
What I'm laying here, Robona.
Hey.
Oh, question one kind of I make my time. I hesitate. I can answer a question. The answer is yes. We can survive more than any other tribe, any other state in Nigeria.
Fact.
On your memory, one.
Mignoli.
Okone bukebekebeke osa kpami okokone osho.
Hey.
On your memory, one.
Hey.
Urhobo de tutabo ane osho roku na udwa yoro yana wawo.
Abi.
Urhobo wants to survive in every other tribe in Nigeria.
That's true.
So, but Joshua, because I tell you, that me Joshua, they do me so.
Aye.
Because I Joshua, they do me so. Urhobo can survive more than any other nation in this great world.
Yes.
What is the population?
Hey.
What is the population of Liberia?
Okay.
What is the population of Burkina Faso?
Uh-huh.
What is the population of Gambia?
Mm-hmm.
What is the population of Yugoslavia and others? Even before they break up.
Yes.
We have all these resources, my brother, to survive. But the problem is we have that is the leader, according to this man, recently may come across the Facebook note. The Urhobo, the Nigerians, the Africa have the potential to feed the whole world.
Yes.
But the problem is the leader.
In fact, bro said
the leaders are fed up.
Yes. If you let me share the video that I want to share, you will see how our leaders, in fact, it's Al Jazeera asking why Nigeria is not surviving. That was the video I wanted to share. I know you want to talk on that video. If you let me just share that video, then you will talk after the video. Then I'll let you comment on that video because this is very painful. Now, if Al Jazeera will come and look at the resources Nigeria have, you know why I wanted to share that video? When you look at that resources Nigeria have, you take it to Urhobo. All that resources actually is resources Urhobo have.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So I agree with you, sir. I agree with you.
Yeah.
So if you let me, I will say don't go away. Let me share that video so the Urhobo will see it, and then you can actually make your comment on that video. You will enjoy it. Let's see this. Okay. Let's share it together.
Let's talk about Nigeria and its oil. Nigeria is Africa's top oil producer, and oil is the government's biggest source of revenue. But the economy has been struggling, and poverty levels are on the rise.
The poverty of those living around the source of Nigeria's wealth is bare to see.
So why can't Nigerians depend on their country's oil wealth? What happens to all that money? They call Nigeria the African giant for a reason. It's home to Africa's biggest population and largest economy, powered by a growing services industry and agricultural exports like cocoa and palm oil. It has Nollywood, Africa's biggest film industry, fashion houses, a booming music business, and a very wealthy elite, including the richest man in Africa, Aliko Dangote. Nigeria also has a lot of natural resources, minerals, gold, and oil. Lots of oil. It's got the second largest proven reserves on the African continent and is the 12th largest producer worldwide. And yet, many Nigerians have it hard. World Poverty Clock says 90 million people live not just in poverty, but extreme poverty. That's 48% of the population. Compare that to 24% in Ethiopia and 16% in Kenya, and they don't even have oil.
Despite Nigeria's vast oil wealth, half its population lives on less than $2 a day.
Now you'd think a resource-rich country like Nigeria could rely on some of that oil wealth. The thing is, the Nigerian government does, but that's part of the problem. Nigeria's government depends on oil for as much as 75% of its revenue. So when global oil prices bottomed out in 2014, Nigeria went into recession, and it's still struggling to get out. But even when oil prices are good, Nigerian experts say not a huge slice of that revenue gets to the people.
The focus should be of the money that the Nigerian government gets, how much is reinvested into the lives of the people.
They're still using some of that oil revenue to pay off debts and the rest to pay salaries to the lawmakers. So things like schools, hospital, infrastructure, much needed infrastructure does not get built.
Okay, so where does that revenue go? Let's follow the money and the oil. Nigerian crude is found right here under the waterways of the Niger Delta. A few Nigerian companies operate there, but the ones doing most of the exploring and extracting are international companies. Shell is one of the big ones. It provides 40% of Nigeria's oil production. But because Nigeria doesn't have the infrastructure to refine its own crude oil, these foreign companies sell it abroad. And in the end, Nigeria has to import billions of dollars worth of refined oil back in.
Multinational actually extracts the oil. So if they think that refining the oil in Switzerland or refining it in the United States will help them lower costs, definitely that's where they will do it, because the capacity to refine it isn't there in Nigeria.
Now, what Nigeria does have is a central body called the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. The NNPC is both an oil industry regulator and a massive commercial corporation. The corporation arm signs contracts with all those international companies, and the companies pay for all the initial costs, plus things like oil licenses, royalties, and a tax on their profits to the NNPC. So the NNPC takes all that money and pays it into Nigeria's national treasury. But the regulator that's supposed to police that flow of money is part of the NNPC.
It means that there's a huge lack of transparency, that a lot of transactions are happening under a cloak of obscurity. You cannot be both a regulator and a player. You can't be a referee and a player as well. It just doesn't make any sense.
That lack of transparency has led to corruption in the oil sector. Billions of dollars in oil money have gone missing over the years. One of the most infamous cases was back in 2016.
It was reported that $16 billion in oil revenue had just gone missing. And this money was supposed to be given from NNPC and sent to the National Treasury. But the money was not sent over. So every few years in Nigerian headlines, you see things like 16 billion missing, 30 billion missing.
There's another type of missing oil money, and that's taxes. As we mentioned earlier, international oil companies are supposed to pay taxes on their oil profits to the NNPC. But companies are accused of reporting lower profits in order to pay fewer taxes. So a company can sell Nigerian oil at a lower price to its own subsidiary in a tax haven and then sell that oil to other buyers at full price. They can inflate the costs of their Nigerian operations or underreport the volume of oil they produce to begin with. So public oil money gets lost in a swamp of tax havens and murky accounting. And then there's theft. Yes, straight up stealing.
Tucked in the forest, we find these men cooking oil.
There are hundreds of illegal refineries in the Niger Delta, where criminal gangs like the Delta Avengers tap into pipelines. In early 2019, 22 million barrels of oil were stolen and sold on the black market.
The barges then take it to larger tankers in the Atlantic Ocean, and from there to buyers in West Africa, Europe, Latin America, and as far as Asia.
There's even a language in Nigeria that conveys and captures the sentiment that the oil is here to steal. For example, you'll hear a phrase in Nigeria called the national cake, and that just means the oil money.
Oil companies like Shell blame these attacks for massive oil spills and fires. But human rights group Amnesty International says oil companies are also responsible for the spills and accuse them of misleading and neglecting local communities. So, sabotage, theft, tax evasion, corruption, lots to tackle. But Nigeria's government has been releasing annual audit reports on its energy industry, demanding unpaid taxes and compensation from international oil companies, and after 17 years of delays, is ready to implement the Petroleum Industries Bill. The bill has its critics, but many in Nigeria hope it'll clean up the oil sector by doing things like splitting the NNPC's commercial business from its regulator. Nigeria also says it wants to diversify its economy away from oil, and there are signs it wants to develop its own industry to cut back on all the foreign involvement. Remember Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man? He's building a new refinery near Lagos.
We have to make sure that oil is actually refined within Nigeria, and that will help reduce importing the refined petroleum products into the country.
Now, none of that will single-handedly fix Nigeria's oil industry, its economy, or poverty levels. But the hope is it'll go some way to getting Nigerians a bigger slice of that national cake. Thanks for watching, commenting, sharing, and giving us your feedback. It's been really helpful for us to see what's been working and which stories you'd like us to tackle next. If you haven't yet, subscribe and like all those Al Jazeera pages so you're always in the loop. See you next week.
I allowed that video to play to the end. Not that you don't have it, but I want you people to like and share it and to encourage more of such wonderful documentaries. Now, I'm not trying, there's nothing new there that we don't know. But what is interesting is how we all know and we do nothing about it. Now, Nigeria is not going to do anything about it. But you know, so funny, I was stopped today from sharing the video of those who are actually behind these things. And it would be wrong to say the ordinary northerner is the people behind this. But some core idiots who call themselves the elites are the people behind this. And you see what their children are doing with the money. You know why I'm not worried? They won't carry this money away. The money will leave them soon. But my concern is the amount of generation wasted in the course of this. Now, we're not going to wait for them. Now, the reason I shared this video is for you, an Urhobo man, to know that this oil is actually taken from your backyard. And you have all the potential to survive as a nation. You don't have power to do so now, that's fine. But you're keeping quiet, meaning you are in a comfortable position. And that will become the decision you make, and it is the wrong one. So everybody must now come out and say no. We're not saying no to Nigeria, no to the existence of Nigeria, no to be part of Nigeria. No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying no to the deprivation of our region. It's unacceptable. We will not take it any day further. If they're going to take oil from our backyard, they will account for it. They'll make sure whatever is taken is given, something is given back to us. I know people are going to come here and say, yes, they've given a little bit to us. Hey, if you know the amount of money we are talking of, then you know that it's peanuts giving back to us. And these ones giving back to us have been mismanaged, obviously, yes. We can bring Okowa down and slaughter him and slaughter all our former governors and the like, but that's not the point. I'm not interested in that today. I'm interested in the amount of potential God has given to where I am born, where I'm lucky to be raised as a human being. I should be proud to be an Urhobo man. Am I? I'm asking you one question today. Are you a proud Urhobo man? Because you cannot be proud Urhobo man because you don't know who you are. Today, I want you to know who you are. Just in case you don't. I want you to know that you have the most blessed land. Oh my God. And quote me, there is no land like Urhobo land because there's none that can connect to the sea so easily like yours. Quote me, in that Nigeria, other than Lagos, where else? That's one. Number two, you generate oil. That's why you are in the Niger Delta. You see the one, they tap it from your backyard. Number two, and we have so many intelligent people. And I like when they were analyzing Nigerian potential. And that's why I'm going to let the call, my brother who called before, to call back. And, you know, as they were analyzing the potential, they talked about the little diversification of the Nigerian economy. Alisa Dangote was not the richest. Ibru was far richer than all these baggers you're talking about. So Urhobo man has never been known for poverty. We are not known for poverty. We are not poor people. We're industrious people. It's just opportunities have never been there. And when it comes, if we don't think well, we're going to fight ourselves. In fact, the one that will come to save us is the one that's going to help us to kill him. So today, I have taken a new dimension, a new look into what I'm doing. I won't even attack our people anymore. Instead, we're going to call them and tell them, what you're doing is not working. Let's change it. Are you hearing me, people? Today is not a day to attack the people we have. Let's leave them. It's not a day to attack our kings because that will weaken us. What's the point? Not to attack you people because they are ignorant. They don't even, I want to use the word ignorant. They are helpless. And they're comfortable. It's not, I know they are not qualified. Fact. But they are helpless. If we fight them, we're fighting the wrong battle. If you fight Omagege, who is there, you're fighting the wrong battle. What can he do? Is he going to go there and take the whole thing and bring it to us? No. Is he going to fight the years of deprivation? He cannot. So let us now think as a people. And that pride, that gift God gave to us, let us claim it back. It's not by fight. We will ask for the one we can, and we're going to build ourselves. That's why I come to this topic of today. It's time to rebuild Urhobo. Now, I want to, before I go into the rebuilding of Urhobo, which is the topic of today and the brands we've created, I want us to look at what our strengths are again. They were talking about Nigerian potential. They talk about the movie industry. 90% of people that created the movie industry, they are Urhobos. The comedy you're talking about today, Urhobo man, they're there. Is it the music industry? We are there. But you know what? Where are we in the national scheme? Are you people like black people in the United States? No matter how you contribute, they still kill you. Just in case as you're looking at the United States, look at yourself. They don't allow me to share the other video because it's going to cause another trouble. And when I look at that video, I was angry, but again, I was not angry at those alone because I'm going to attack only so it doesn't look as if I'm attacking the wealthy people. No. But you hear what that young lady said, the black lady on that this thing, the African lady, I don't like to call her black. She was saying that the money is used to pay lawmakers. So that is the structure of the Nigerian state. So when you get into that cycle, you belong. So why will you correct it when you belong? Now you are benefiting from it. Is it your time that is going to change? So you take your own. There's a video Uncle shared to me from Germany. I won't share it. You go there and take the banana. The monkeys were running to take bananas in speed, in a hurry. Take your own and run away. Okamuka. But we're not going to worry about that today. Let's not worry about that because it's going to be a depressing day if we follow that. I want us to look at our strengths, at our pride, at our uniqueness. And I always cite two instances. If not, in terms of culture, we are the best. We have the food. Urhobo man dress the waka come, you know, say a man they come. And if it is true that we are from Benin and we've been able to reproduce and produce these numbers, then let us continue what we're doing. Our women are no best. That's why we get this population. Forgive us. So if we go along this route, what I'm saying is the average Urhobo man is a blessed man. Don't look down on yourself anymore. Don't be ashamed of being an Urhobo man. It's a big mistake. Because what God gave to you, what God has given to you, He didn't give it to any other person. When I was interviewing, he said, how can you be in the river and you're trying to wash your face with saliva? We are in the river and we're washing our faces with saliva. It doesn't make sense. And that's why today, it's not a day to look at what you are doing wrong or what I'm doing wrong. It's a day to come together and speak with one voice. That is what today is all about for me. It's about speaking together now, coming together and speak to one voice. This is beyond UPU. This is beyond the bank. This is beyond this. It's about, let us now think of what we have as a people. When you look at that, you see, when you have what God, like they say, well, I like Pastor Kris a lot in those days when he used to preach well. He said, when you have the word of God in you, then you begin to swear. It's going to begin to swell in you. He said, then you know you're a child of God. When you know the potential of you have as an Urhobo man, it's going to dwell in you. And then you can get up and say, no, I'm an Urhobo man. I'm a proud man. And I won't take this anymore. Urhobo Ado. And now I'm speaking English on the world platform. But I'm still saying to everybody in the world, I'm a proud Urhobo man. Yes, I'm going to pick Uncle's telephone now. And I'm going to, bros, you're welcome now to the show. That's the video. That's all I want to see before we talk. Yes, sir.
Really? You know, we just we should hold the bulls by the horn.
Exactly.
Why are now I you believe God the son that is We have all what it takes to become a nation of our own. If one Nigeria wale, for me to but I come we have it.
Yes.
We should not be cowards. They are rebellious. Today, no, the water time we can get our man with Hausa.
Hey.
Kid your man go my on before the war. I don't know for me really. Nigeria people want when I be Parabon, I hear for me, but they don't know. They don't know. All I have work for me. It is the middle belt that fought the war.
Okay.
That's the reason why they are so popular today, and nobody can come to them. But when it comes now, they will know.
Okay.
Now, you want to see the father and Nana. That go I mean, according to the video.
Yes.
That go is trying to open the refinery there near Lagos.
Yeah.
What happened to Warri refinery?
Thank you.
What happened to Port Harcourt refinery?
I know that's the way they take us up now. They're removing us. They remove us from the equation.
Yeah. That go tell himself, if you know, it's not as wealthy as Hebrew.
No.
Hebrew word does not associate with other. I will ask today, so bold to ask Obasanjo about the words of Dangote.
Yes.
To explain the words of Dangote. You know, they've not seen anything in that country. Whether if you die, your children will come and account for what you did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A time will come, the sin of our forefathers.
If you think you do bad, you are doing what you do to them, that when you die, it's over. Your children will suffer it the more.
They will account for it. And it's high time these leaders understand that. The sins the sin of our fathers. There will be a movie on that.
But Babangida and Obasanjo should be brought to question to ask them the so-called words of Dangote. Nigeria are suffering today. But then they said they know what is there. Dangote what they know. They don't want to say it. But time is coming.
Bros.
I'm about you do. This is the question point. I'm going to stand on my feet to tell an Urhobo, every single Urhobo.
Yes. We
should not be afraid of anybody.
Bros, I want us to focus on that today. Let's look at our strength. Bros, Okidevule. Emaro woda wotu robo woda gine bo woda botomu robo votu robo. E kwa moto kwoto. Kuwo se vle na kuwo sa jenu. Ine na kalwo. Kalwo ramale kalwo.
Tu walk out.
I think era was a very big ni kwa wale votu robo. I je setting your atobo omobo nwaye ono tu robo na medadona. Be no Godwin ro Godwin no Okidevule broso otu robo na yada many akwa alasi di ho adasi di elu movo eti de kwe mawale na ekpaku robo wanyo bo metana.
You know, but that's total. I mean, I just to tag in. I was so my own way. I was so my book. What will boo a book generate a book will retain it. And then when my way retain it. What will boo a video woman?
Can't confuse men. But no, keep it.
Video woman, what talk about it?
Oh, bros, Okidevule, I could have bought that the other. Mama shout about ya ko so that what devil ki ma boye lu na ada ti am ko kile kan now. You see the me go not
anyway yeah emu babu gbohole ki deje gbose mo na because kulukulu ai na when you talk about the culture and the tradition they will tell you that is don't matter.
Oh yeah.
That is what is destroying us.
Oh yeah.
If one way you another you don't but I think I work with your voter.
Hey.
If one way you mena.
Hey.
The house of a goal, the house of a meta.
Hey.
The house of Kakabok. I look him Avoka one down Savoka. And I to tell you, one a job. Come on, what are we talking about?
That's where the trouble is. So
what are we talking about?
I'm talking of the strength, the uniqueness of the Urhobo man. Made that to on the last show. Many kid, if you be president, other go not on. I me set up I see me you tying in and I want sheku if I say Urhobo you tell politician you see how we lost. Other the national leader o de gini yen kilo Urhobo manemo na ada gbafianu ada honu bisa sausa ti okwo jagusa Urhobo yo lo kwo to butu Urhobo na so rabe na.
You know what, my brother? Listen, to move forward as a people.
Yes.
The movement should be established, my brother. To move.
Yes.
We start from our culture and our tradition. Because you want
Hey.
But this is not the house. This is not church. We have to build our culture first, our tradition, right from where we are.
He said, if you bring the Urhobo, if you bring the African man, say you swear the Bible, he go swear now. He don't say not to go happen. But if you say make he go to that juju, no do I you know go. He will behave. See?
If you don't belong, don't force yourself on the people.
No, but since when is our culture or our tradition demonic? Who did this to us? On this show, I know people will hate me. I'm going to analyze religion. Oh, it's okay. Since when?
No, I forget time, but the movement should be established, brother.
Yes, no, it is already established, bros. So that's what today is all about. Today is about bros. Let us now, because I'm one we will not be able to fight the battle because I'm not. So what are the answer? So I am going to answer for that simple reason. Let us know that our common enemy is there, not me and you.
Yeah.
And a division Urhobo must stop now. There's no room for it. No, there's no room for it. Because if we I never been on your motor. Was it because I put one money where oh Javo money well away. Go into Bota Wena. All I was like a bit we are waiting if it rip him away. Oh, China. One money when I know webbing a money when I can't go. Let's stop that. Let's stop that. Let's identify who is your enemy. Urhobo. Only your leg and when. I don't remember. I'm not your enemy. Your enemy is different.
My brother, we should not fear.
No.
We should not fear. I make that one is all.
Joe, you said it all. You know?
We should stand on our feet. No. Hold the bull by the horn.
That's the truth. And you see,
we have they have this canoe. The canoe is negotiating with people.
Yes.
And when we have the same resources, we can still meet people, yeah? And we should do the movement. Yeah. We can still move the movement. We need somebody. Okay, you want oil for so years.
You think if anything break out in Nigeria now, it's going to be war of Asanumege? Those days of Sanumege don't pass. No. Okay, Sanumege, you see children manufacturing something, boom, boom. A place will go to pieces. Okay, now we don't want that. We're not pushing for that, but we cannot continue.
We should find the one with what we have. Let everybody go to his our own way.
Yes, we will not stay in bondage.
If I want to buy from you, from you, I pay cash.
Yes.
If you say no, not cash, you give okay, give me this. Better tell me the number me away. When we number where it.
Then.
Another time I should make a kimi kwasu book away.
Kimi walk away. Or they join then we stay. When you are the man, stay
where you are.
When you are the man, because if you will not respect the law of my land, you are not staying in my land.
And you not be afraid of anybody. No.
Yes. Hey, my bro.
We should hold the bulls by the horn. We should not be afraid of anybody.
No.
The movement to be started now.
Now. And
no, not tomorrow.
Yes, and the message now, bros. And I mean it.
Yeah.
This is not about UPU. This is not about the kings. And anyone wake up but one stop long now. Because we are not the problem.
No.
That's what I'm saying to you. You know it. If you have this enormous I said I really want to, but no, bros, look at what I'm going to share with Urhobo today. And look at the terrain. Show me any other place in Nigeria that can have this kind of beautiful terrain, and yet
nowhere
you can farm well.
Lagos they try, but Lagos they don't have land.
No, they can. You can farm well, and you know thing we have oil. Urhobo, come on.
Lagos they try, but they don't have land.
No, okay. Lagos State is progressing. Is Urhobo progressing? If you say Urhobo is like Lagos State, because it's the only people that have the same terrain with us is Lagos. Yeah. They can get to the sea. Only Saple have that advantage. Urhobo, which pass through, that's it. But are you progressing? Are you a coward? So now this is not time to fight me and you. Urhobo Kerome, the days of fighting inside is gone. If I'm saying something you are not happy with, say we're not fighting at home anymore. Because that is the biggest trouble we have. And no show me now. Come 2023, there will be more fighting in Urhobo land. We can be clever. Today, bros, today I wanted to launch one or two things that I think we all should look at. So that we can then grow. Yeah, politicians can no more divide us if we know our problem. Politician cannot. I know one of our bro John is saying that the politician is dividing us. Politician cannot, because the politician is shortchanged too. If he knows what is his problem, your job as a politician is you guys are working within some little space. Okay, somebody's calling from Nigeria. Bros, can I pick this call from Nigeria?
Yeah, pick it. Okay,
good.
Later.
Let me pick this call. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, yes, sir. So the one Urhobo.
Hello, this is Efetobore.
Efetobore, okay, yes. Efetobore, I did save your number the other day. Well done. Thanks for calling, Efetobore.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes.
I really want to be a little bit diversified.
Okay.
Concerning this issue of unity.
Okay.
And the issue of going forward.
All right.
If we can establish this movement in the way that it should go, go into the newspaper, go to all the magazines, register this whole thing in the way it's supposed to go, because as we are planning all this, there are still some people among us who are sitting down and watching. Let's see how far they will go. Let's see where they will go to.
I know.
There are still many of them who are still listening to this program that are still planning evil.
I know.
So as much as we are looking at the heights we are going to and our aim, we should also look at the distraction and how to overcome them.
Amen.
Within ourselves.
Okay. That's a good point.
Because if I tell you that if we don't look into that, there are a lot of things that scatter too many organizations that have come up with this same idea many years ago.
Good. This is God time.
So please, I really want to urge as many persons who are interested in Nigeria, they should show their interest. This is called Urhobo Talk.
Yes.
We can diversify it into Urhobo Talk, entertainment, and cultural diversity, which will involve a lot of youth into such a segment. We can also have Urhobo Talk, royalty, which will talk about the royalty and the tradition of the Urhobo people. We can also diversify, but all of us will be under the umbrella of the Urhobo Talk, so that we can have a pool of audience.
In fact,
at a particular point to move this drive forward, because that is what we need right now. As long as the drive is going, a lot of people who are calling now, who are saying good work, Uncle Kris, hit it. They will drop. Some of them will say they never called.
I know.
Some of them will say they were never there.
I know.
But the truth here is we have to put in our best, involve those who are serious.
Yes.
Diversify to bring up the Urhobo people in different diversity to become one.
Yes.
So this is the only thing. When we come into this particular area, we can go into magazines, go into newspapers.
Oh my God. Thank you very much.
We can write to the UPU. We can write to the government.
Thank you.
We can write to the state governor.
Thank you.
That a particular group of interested Urhobo wants this. And it should be looked into.
You just spoke the topic of today, sir. You've just talked about what we want to talk about today. Because I've been preparing us for what you are talking about now. And actually, it's not going to be Urhobo Talk. It's Urhobo Nation, because this is a nation of people. It's not going to be, we're not going to use the name Urhobo Talk because Urhobo Talk is too small. This is Urhobo Nation.
So Uncle Kris, I really want to.
Yes.
Uncle Kris, I really want to presently beg so that we can a little bit diversify. We need a lot of population for this. This is a great movement. We need a lot of youth that have this burning thing in their head to come out.
Yes.
So we want to diversify a little bit. Let's have Urhobo Talk for fashion and culture. This will embrace a lot of youth to come out of their hidden places.
Good.
Let's bring another Urhobo Talk for another something that can bring a lot of people. When we have the numbers of thousands of Urhobo sons and daughters, they were flying.
Thank you so much.
That's my contribution to tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Fetobore. I'm going to call on you, Fetobore.
Thank you.
I'm going to call on you because you have
no problem,
to do here. Thank you very much.
No problem, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Urhobo Wado. And in fact, Tobore has said it all. The reason I came on air today, or on this platform today, is to launch. Now, what I'll be preaching is that nationhood. And my proposal is this. UPU is in charge of our leadership. They will take it up in this movement. Oh, Yomako, we are big Godwin. I've been missing you, sir. I'm going to respond to what Fetobore just said. But Godwin is with us. I'm going to pick the call. Sir Godwin. Oh, where are you?
But unfortunately, it won't boom.
Okay, sorry.
So,
okay, I see that. Of Wavo.
Urhobo. I cannot identify right. But when Ikwobu when I we say around and I can say run above Kawari. Oto when and I can say run above Kawa. Ikwoba America, I can say run above Ka. I like America, Spain, Germany. I like it there, brain behind everything.
Thank you, my brother.
Ikwobu when in case anything there fear. Kawaki rescue Ikwobu when because he hit it. Okay, I did it. I carry hit you but once I do why we hit it, a missionary or the needs to rescue her.
We have to devise
engineer in Anobonayana.
Okay.
What a sandable metana because
we are talking deep.
If you are rally, I can't come out too. But I work or and then I will run Urhobo pass over Boba as of Robodia Robodia. So that you to arrive now. Nabe jiro wokai nabe to ma mota wokai ani etani peanut wokai na odo ya pe yirin Urhobo odi mudi anone era ita benefit o ka provide now.
Yes.
So the only tell you more.
Agree.
Edi more tell ya na biru is a no on the battle now.
I born.
It was a mudobuko.
I not me.
So because you wanna one na I ogidity I can't tell you na zero. Me for me washa about discuss me when organize for which you know the data city we advantage or there is ship of weapon or carry data city.
I can some not
I data city I can bomb Abuja. Because advanced technology or no go pack war I don't know so we rotoma edi we rotoma ana bete timete taye partially
yes
it's in the whole you for like we discipline
yes
because of the equation there we discipline because there you outside na Awolowo eti Awolowo na be select group right now equate na give you for now you ba succeed
yes.
So tell me otano gazo beke ya jo ko fa beke de pari yo
no but make up be the cat talk we god win obo do won wa we no na bi wo be make edition na kini lo le na so pe ni ko kidi do offer iwo borobo wori Omene ekpekini agbesi ekwenu ona na de fikire ma Urhobo didoro fa IVC obi ruto si owo fi gbokiro Urhobo wori owo to Urhobo egwa owi ku Urhobo wori
yes from outside Urhobo generating revenue work in Nigeria from 1820 1830 or Urhobo generating revenue through palm oil palm kernel. All Urhobo generating revenue work in Nigeria and nothing to show for it. If Roma be now, nothing to show for it. Now I go not the pipe gas no to Jeremy work with Kano. Urhobo de rowa na pesa blast gas pipe na. Best I go to like you for United Start.
It don't go to Kabi refinery now. All about Eko. Alamale, refinery.
Oko wa better now. Okati the Modu refinery. Obey Boko
before
so I will blame more. So we blame more.
Big banana. Is there no time.
So
Adakato China. Aka we kata ba ni bebe pa be gonna pa koko wa no ne. Bro so you mako ma. No. Go me power me strength to Urhobo no bros. Okay devil. But cross na ba kwan tana na. Okay very. Ina da wiya oforo. E ba da kai ka si di ho. Kai dust. Kai megbe. If you to na ya that o dey do na why dey do ya mare kwa na. Ta ko ni dio.
Wo mo also okay now Urhobo watamu and Urhobo really die what that Urhobo but now Urhobo cover sheep without shepherd. We understand now over sheep without shepherd, nobody to direct the youth to do the right thing. So kore one minute kurikire yo jemo nyawe ojemo nyawe and ojemo nyawe now or the other bobby ma bi what develop Urhobo what them na mi atin o babuja mi atin o bevureko you know and to the detriment of the community. Then I did okay only mene go pakwa ala okai go sha na wori igo ina oduduru otobo fe no ko be ka mi ke so dero but you did na okwo strike ori and it more je mete otobo du won igo ina je guru na jojo tun we bobo wi o ni imagine otobo fe no pakwa can you imagine. Because okay, battery Niger Delta na, or share ammunition or okay boys na.
See?
But Israel you busy okay na.
Okay.
Or to go fin opako or what? We go to the sea. We fin opako but oju gure. You go in atumo.
Can you imagine?
Hello?
Minga what are
so okay me I just no cover the pipe yo.
You mark where's God we know mark
okay very bad.
Urhobo wado. There's one thing that works for us today. Another warning. We are not the enemies. When I war eke stop o. Am I beginning if you're not Bobby Warner, but the time check equivalent if legal because you take illegal we biko. But wouldn't vacant where we are? Would you cause our war? What I can't when about canon, I'm not someone aware. Rubuka can't and minute but no. At that time, I looked at it. Agba won mo mama ni asamaida won na ero mali amari yo agba won le go boko na lulu ati okwe no ne as what ati okwe na ikwe fa kade kekewe pa ovlo wanle pa ovlo mo ni we lulu pa ovlo luto Urhobo ofeno ojana na mari na of family. Let us come together with that spirit. And club meter now. If our leader, if our national leader, that one egba Urhobo, me care one time work with church me nyoni, but egba to bout Urhobo. Odo me da dona. Me lu over devil, but egba to Urhobo na. Ikwo ga devil osomu we. Kanya mbo bokolo etinya that etinya de do ayawa gwana no wanna add up we biko we need to wake up and again eagle in fact I regretted something happened a few days ago woboko da jigle wonen wodi lo ni ko ngo buko in Arabia you may not be able to resolve that thing in your life again eagle Urhobo yo ma o. There's no room for that. Because we are not our problem. Or the problem is just like in the US in those days. They make the black man to hate the black man. And his skin went for no okay. You have a lighter skin, you're not like them. So they don't like it. They make you that you are, oh, I'm better than you because my skin is lighter than yours. One Urhobo. Oh yeah, now. So people have been giving some food. Kailo na igini you manikweche kole. For those of you who are there now, the only reason you are more successful than the other person is the political opportunity you have. Quote me. It's not because you work for it. We're made to takena. If you are. So why can't you humble yourself? And know that you and your brother are the same. And think of how we going to deal with the enemy. We have enemies, so the truth Urhobo have enemies. And the enemy is not within us. The enemy has come to take us as slaves. We are slaves in our own land. If you tell me you are not a slave, somebody come and take your oil. You are looking like a fool. I don't care whatever you want to say about the Bori today. When the Bori protested that, they need some more allocation of this thing, they put the two of them. The only two people that went to prison in the United Kingdom is the Bori and the other one. I know they made their mistake. That's not my point today. These are IMSA. They were the two people that they were looking for in London. IMA Kigo in Nigeria. IMA the work in Nigeria. So no another it's time to open our eyes and see the enemy outside that's coming to use us. No, they're going to come and cause confusion. They can cause confusion between us and the Shekiri, and we begin to break our head, and they come and take oil. The Shekiri man is not even our problem. So today, we're launching a movement. The movement is Urhobo Nation. It's a national, it's a pride of that nation called Urhobo. I want you to wake up the next morning and say, yes, I'm a proud Urhobo man, because you need to be proud. There's no place like Urhobo land. And I'm proving it today. If you can prove it otherwise, call me. If you have the seaport, which other place can have access to sea like Urhobo land in Nigeria other than Lagos? Quote me. Which other place produces oil? Other place produces oil. Do they have seaport? No. And do they have the dry land to grow? Oh God! Before this time, don't forget we were housing all the cash crops. They can grow well in Urhobo land. And here we are, slaves in our own land. We are still slaves in that land. Is it the culture? Is it the tribe they play with you? When Urhobo man make comedy, you go laugh. That's why comedy came from Wari. Are you lacking in entertainment? No. Tell me where we are lacking. Yes, I'm going to pick this call.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Nyavo.
So the work Urhobo. So the work Urhobo.
Mingwa Odeme is Jenny. Urhobo me
Emokinyobo. I love that name. When you make Emokinyobo.
So why we call fresh? I love that in now. Why we gonna be fuka?
Do.
Anyway, Otana, Matana na Otana is a very, very, very interesting matter because Urhobo. Ana bi mudia. Why Urhobo? Why na bi mudia? Because Urhobo water na Ibori Obo never born. I make Chigo. I make Chigo. If we are Wusa de Chigo, I can use the barrier grand. Ijobi wo kopi wo koko. If we check communication but it's you say I want you guys who Chigo. I Chigo in Nigeria. If we are simple, I can do one and not in where you Urhobo. Okay, you finish. I do all of my Urhobo where or what happened? Who only of where they will have. That's about that. Okay, fine. So by rule, sorry. Okay, finish. Ibori na to Boston. I make you in Nigeria now. I make you go. You have one time now. What was standing the when you are and before when at least please let me protest Emera. I can set one up.
Ayo. Cassette up, no.
Kaka set well, where me, where Guno one to tap.
Eh, Bokete.
We just keep with where you check out about the tactics in an hour. I mean, you go to your actually microphone at your top right.
Came more to come at your way. Come
it's real, but check on I to you. You will check on I to G Kara. At the bottom, mention the old guy. So now the quarter of that I die. But that's about Liana Oboe. Only about one you not sorry. I want join hand the big word Bobby and I job you walk or your man. You will job in at the stand up from now on in there. Why can Mujako? Then I want Mujako, Ibori Borina, or Junior Bawari, or the way Bo, or the Wawusa. Urhobo.
No, Okidete, we are not justifying Borio. Okidete, can't see Borio, can't say Bros Kidia. Bros, you go to Gonilo, on an almost Urhobo, Bunny Body Casa. Yes,
we body the botana one of the power one of the I can support you and yes, I can support you body there. We power because if I was saying I did told me I just be Karuma will be power to give Karuma support you again. That Joma on my Urhobo, I carry your man. But he choose your be tribe if I did no. I mean, we cover, sweep everything under the carpet.
I agree. What I'm the video me gonna check Urhobo nuna. Me de show you because we san I be ganwe. Blame my Bobo na every go game to na.
What am no boy you go back. I did chokokonu. If I was at Chokoku, I told you, I mean, mine, I told you go. But at that time, they want to enter senator. What do you want to know? If I don't go to your Karuma, support Raye. So if body that I'm not gonna repower anything, why give Muja white support or my worry? Really? At the end of the day, you gonna die. If body Kasaya, then two maybe. Yes, where or Ropa, or then two maybe go to almost as Urhobo. You can't be anything, not about Chigo that day. What did Chigo where I will be? Or Urhobo, or okay, Chigo, yeah, there were a papa in Paso. What am I your ban? I did you why be your balance now. And when equal your back and I want to, I wear security something in and I we their own security, whatever, because they are all standing together. That's why the fact that but they are all standing together.
No, we're not really justifying. I'm not justifying stealing today.
We are not justifying things.
But
I'm only pointing out that.
The infighting should stop.
If Urhobo I damn because Urhobo then move. I don't want to go. I forgive you. I mean we switch up on mama.
No, I can't.
So if Urhobo did damn, I did really.
Yes.
I forgive you really. I move on. So that if Urhobo, Urhobo, even if I soon all those things, I support you. Then I will be careful that many are invisible. If Urhobo, they are strong-minded people. If they want to do something, they will do it well.
Yes.
I going to be strong. I walk up, Mama. On a wisdom what you Urhobo. If I'm very sure I really advising me Urhobo. Because at the end of the day, I was Dinama. I organize bless our revoke. Then I question in those days. I'm telling Urhobo wayo. I walk on Mamo. But I was Mujia as one, we will go very far. So let's support each other regardless of how I supporting Oboriru, how I support the but at the end of the day, what I not if your song, if way your Baba was a big way go, I still go Kokono. I just can't forgive you, brother. I just can't like when we show that. Yes, this person is contesting. I want a mood. We will stand with this person.
Yes.
So, because at the end of the day,
Thank you very much. That is where, I'm going to go on a quick commercial break, quick musical break. When I come back, because I want to change my battery. When I come back, then we're going to talk about the main topic of today. Unfortunately, maybe I'm looking for time, but we'll talk about it. Hey, Olo, Jackie Nathaniel Roma. One day, Nathaniel also teacher for given. It's a very good track for me. One day, Nathaniel. Let's make it break in Nathaniel now. Urhobo, this is very important. Kilometer now. Some of our culture are right power. The thing that make us strong as a people. Listen, this is not about. I just gave an instance, so this is not about the political. I'm saying that the infighting of Yeruto, on an Aruto, on a Yuto, that's not the solution. The solution is the more we fight inside, they come and take us. They've taken everything we have. They've taken all. We are the most deprived people for no good reason. Number one, we're deprived for no good reason. And we are the most blessed in Nigeria. I am counting your blessings today. There's no land like Urhobo land. Look at that terrain. We have access to the sea. We have oil. We have people. We have the rich culture in entertainment. We can grow any crops in Urhobo land. How can we be having all these things and we are still second class citizens? We're not even up to second class citizens. We are worse than the fifth class citizens in Nigeria. Okay, let's go.
See, Baba. Hey, yeah. See what do Jolly be with you? Everybody, I go for us, your banu coganda, put it like an hour. The papa be perfect, go for me. I will be short to your lady. Okabi, Prince Nathaniel Nati organization worldwide. Yeah, you made the miracle. You made the miracle.
Nathaniel, I made the miracle.
Urhobo watana, Jehovah. Hey.
When would they know? You need to examine yourself. Claudia, you are a blessing to Urhobo. Our brother, big blessed memory. It shall be well with him. He will rest. Oh God. God doesn't make mistake. God may do something today because of what he's going to do tomorrow. Let's not pick on the right one. He didn't know what he was doing. It was a God decision because of what he knows this will cost tomorrow. God is a blessing to us. We are proud of you. We are proud to have you in this family. We will be less and less without you. We are blessed, Claudia. Chief Claudia will be. We are blessed.
Jonathan Ayalako. Managing Director of Nigeria Limited opposite Catholic Church. Can you imagine? It is on quality rug, plastic chairs, paint of various kinds, building material and general contracts. In case of quality goods, my brother and sister locate Uncle J.
I'm going to respond to what the people
I beg you, not a self-pick. It is with really original, very original one. Don't know which I go talk. But now the original one, the very one, I tell you now. Hey, you not here? Now look go another place, oh. Uncle J. Bagalako, I hear you. Your neck lo de Apollo Mukidon. Church big berakena. Amali de botata. Bolumbe mgare ka meswa. Pabe egwala. My brother na sense. Church here berakena. Unya bobe gwari gagana. Bobe gwari gagana. Ekpako abie. Ekpako abie. Akero agana ko. Ebiku. Rode. Osibe. Odigbe yara yi paso be. Odiri shako. Aye baba de gba fara na ifebe. Jaye to pin moto. Jaye boko we bibi ha. Lo me foka ya. Odi abowo de digabi yo. Eta le gba fa ifebe wo jeun ya. Okoro to bere wo kide na wo bere bo na ti bobo. Abibe. Tale gba fa ikoko ya gbo ifete. Wo ja nwa da wo ruwe nwe wo ri bi o shawe bi agwoko ibi te wa do ke bi ege o fi ege wo na bere ya na yiwe to ta ko boye ahelu na wi me ebe awa metala wo we wo ro boyo ichaji ye ri kina ekwa kwa na ibebe ọmọ mọ́kọ́ ìwọ bíá. Akérò tó wá wọ́wọ́ ìfúrí ṣáàtò. Ó ní ọ̀bọ̀ gbàjẹ́ bẹ̀rù wo kíra yín. Bẹ̀rù kíra wo jì wọ́. Wọ́n yẹ ní ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ọ̀kìnàna yẹ́rì ìgbè. Ọ̀dà fi ébùrẹ́ ní special care. They get their own special prayer. Some people won't take my mouth, but you don't hear that. You don't hear that. Who get money for church? Get your special chair, special prayer. Now so for Igbe too. Hey, you're not people talking, but now you hear that. Talibo, ọ̀nà Igbe. Ìjọ́jú Igbe rọ̀kìnà. Oh, Richard Ofeno, my brother. Ìjọba Wale Gagana. Chairman Mobility, Bosoda. Board member, Delta State Sport Council, Asada.
He's always the board member.
Oh, Samuel Ebe, no wala.
Hello, yeah, Baba.
Oh, you became Mr. and Mrs. Mataya Sitiga. You be a remain. Chief Emeka Ogulu. You are fully one of Robola. Or your quo. Have I done the record Degbo? Iti. We make up back also to Asian Amla Ruin. Jokore Quanion, and if we will look quick on the report. What are we doing in Urhobo? I got the talent. Good. Chief Ochukwunu Baba, remember bless. Ìjọ́jú ìyẹ̀rí pé ọ̀kẹ́nà. Kwabo èyí. Urhobo mi jó àwọn àárín ẹ̀. Ẹ̀gẹ́rì ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹ̀rí pé ọ̀kẹ́nà náà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kẹ́bí yọ kí wọ́n ṣe ìyẹ̀rẹ̀. My brother na sense bẹ́ẹ̀ wárí dúró. Ìpásọ̀ dá tún èmi wọ́n méjì ibẹ̀. Ìkọ́nà yìí dẹ̀ kí bá. Other the motor for 10 years, no. You put yourself like you sabi, hey yo. Ota debu no me dio taru. Ikwe gbogbo nara wa ro fia. Bravo. Gbogbo se pe yele nu.
O poro fe o buru we ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì. O pelele furo ye. Oro ya ro le be bi o to.
O ko fa be we be di o da fe da fi.
O do la po. E ja ya ge ba bi ko.
Aba buruta. Rafe Ajalako, Managing Director, Relion Nigeria Limited. This young man is blessed. I pray, your Naira
Sunday, we have to go. Sorry. The guy Urhobo because on the new website, so let's just talk about today. On the new website we're doing, there's going to be Urhobo music. And it is my vision, it's my mission to promote this music. We record Urhobo now, promote, we will give them resources to produce better music. Urhobo, let's come to today's topic. What I want Urhobo to understand is let us identify who is our enemy. I'm talking of Urhobo as a nation. Who is your enemy? As I was studying in Europe, there's one big thing I learned. I come here every day, we talk of unity. Urhobo need to unite. The only thing that unites people together is our common hatred for the other. Correct? The thing that unites people together is our common hatred for the other. Who is the other? So that is the definition of today. As we go home, I want all of us to go and think, who is the other person? Is your brother the other person? What has your brother cost you, really? Is your king the other person? What has the king cost you? Is the UPU president the other person? What has it cost you? They must have cost you. But in terms of damages, your true enemy is not one of them. Your true enemy is not that Urhobo man. That's why today I carefully analyze your strengths, what you have. And I ended up playing this music to know that your culture has even been taken away from you. Am I big? We said by war. We need to identify who is our enemy. If God gives you that power, okidevule, ikwodeke enada via roke mona kawasi di hoke kpongole. Wunyuna okwofu yire de repa yawale vwewa. Ogenede lukowe. You come from this place. Okuna sete. Okunate. Dewa kowe. Uba kowe. Never busy awe kowe. Atapo yen wo. Walk on with DSP. It's a good thing to have DSP, yes. All I see, he president of Vukabe. One do meta na Urhobo. We bubobi yo. Okay, I come one when you bale. The time of infighting is over in Urhobo land. There's no room for it. It's rubbish. As we are fighting, they're using us more. And they're going to make me hate you. It's called divide and rule. You think they love you now because you are with Okowa. You think they love you because you are with the president. Now your brother, you don't care. Don't mind them. That's what the people be. You are a fool. Come back home. Urhobo, come back home. Let us fight with one mighty blow now. Urhobo need to come together and identify our enemies. That is why this movement is unique. I never wanted to set up a movement with by war. I came to set up a platform where I can talk to people and correct some of the issues in the society, but it graduated into a movement. And I'm not going to be afraid to do it. Urhobo Nation needs to be conceived, and it has been given birth to. We're not going to operate independently. We will work with everybody. And now, what is a nation? We're not like people waiting to fight for oil, fight for politics. This is not a political movement. So the birth of Urhobo Nation is not banned, it's not built on politics. Even when we call our leaders to help us fight for freedom, it's not bet on that. It's going to be bet on the products. We're going to run Urhobo Carnival. If Calabar run the biggest carnival, street carnival in Africa, Urhobo will do his own because we are blessed with rich culture. Urhobo Wado. Our government will do what they have to do to deliver us. It will be left for UPU to take up the challenge and do it. We're not going to take it from them. We've already started the movement of Urhobo television. It starts in London. We're going to have one in Nigeria and one in the United States. I get back to it here, but it will go. Do you know the biggest asset we have as our youth? Maybe we're not count all the things that we're going to do. So this movement is not a political movement. It's way more than that. We will broadcast news and events of Urhobo. We're going to project who we are. We're coming to that consciousness of what Urhobo Nation should be. So don't think Urhobo Nation is going to, when we talk of a nation now, we're talking of, oh, we are here to win one political post. No. It might be part of it. It might come to place. I don't know. That's not even my case. You see, I don't have the potential to do one of them. If a Toba call and say we should move this thing beyond what we're doing, the biggest thing I launched on this platform was Urhobo Connect. And I've been stylishly working on the website. On Saturday, I will open the website to the rest of the world. Everything we have analyzed here, the Urhobo Bank, everything is now in there. I want you guys to go home or call me today and tell me which one we should start first. I've listed this list of products and services. Urhobo Mewado. Tell me which one we should start first. Is it the Urhobo Directory? Urhobo Magazine? By privilege of my background, I can easily launch that one. So let's not see that as a problem. The television has started. We need to get one in Nigeria. So our young people can not only People can talk about their mind and say their mind, and the good message can go. You see, when Jesus Christ came, he came to preach the good news to the world. He wasn't fighting anybody. The good news needs to go to the world. You need to go to Urhobo people back at home. And it's going to happen through the eyes of the camera. I'm talking to you through the eyes of the camera now. We need one at home that can sensitize us, that can tell us the truth, not deceiving us, not cause us to war. We don't need war. We don't need fight. We're not even fighting the federal government of Nigeria. We're only going to demand what belongs to us. But more than that, we're going to create wealth. We're not going to be like the Nigerian government that has failed itself. We're not going to wait for oil. We're not going to be the one that take and spend like the Mokowa. We will spend, we will create wealth. What I'm saying is we're going to generate money. If we need to farm to make money, yes. If we need to use carnival to make money, yes. If we're going to use oil to make money, yes. I asked Delta State one time, what stops you from having your own oil company? If the federal government is not doing it, can't you do it? Does Delta State not have enough money? Can you have a mini refinery? Urhobo, we're going to do all this. So we're not going to be depending on one oil. We're going to do things on our own. To do all, I say Urhobo need a bank. I'm not a banker. I have no single knowledge. But you see one young man that comes from America, he's knowledgeable. And we have millions of him. How can you be scared that you're not going to run a successful bank? Are you joking? Who would run a successful bank? Ha ha ha. Magazine is my privileged background. Urhobo magazine will be top notch. And we're going to project that beautiful culture to the rest of the world. And you know what we really want, what I'm really passionate about? I want Urhobo, that seaport. That seaport. I want the ship to start landing in Urhobo land. I want it to happen in my time. I don't want to die before it happens, Urhobo man. And I wake up every day and I beg God. Let there be an industrial revolution in Urhobo land. So today I submit this project to you all. You guys going to suggest which one we start first. And as you see my back, you see Urhobo Business, I created the whole brand. Let us come together. Let us forget about the mistake of the past. In fact, we're going to put him there, bros, now. There's no time to fight. Because you are not our enemy. You might make one or two mistakes, but you are not the enemy. As long as you bless the land, you are our friend. For no reason again. Okay, I'm going to pick Bros' call again because it's coming to we're coming to the end of the show. Yes, 12 minutes to go. Bros!
Hey, Okoro.
Oh, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, question whether I make up your time,
good.
Yeah, the bank should be the first thing.
Okay.
Oh, you remember that? The bank should be the first thing. The bank and the insurance company, my brother,
Hey.
You know, we attack for the boy. Then America that is support on. It is the insurance that everybody is going to fall upon.
Yes.
Whatever certificate you have, your insurance should be there
to secure you.
The insurance should be there, and the bank should be first, then the insurance company.
Okay.
When you remember Mama. People are okay. We want to develop the money in America that is support that the bank and the insurance company.
Yes, and
like
the two of them were around.
Yes. The insurance company is this. Listen, 1 year before 1 year that there's nothing you do in this Western world without insurance. That can't help me with.
Without insurance, no. If you drive without insurance,
yeah. What you remember?
Yes, sir.
Then in bank in America, the 1 minute to the United Bank of Urhobo. The amount of the community bank is just a mere like credit bank.
Okay.
When you remember, yes, it doesn't go.
Yes.
We are above that. A credit bank is just they have a big bank sponsoring like the bank we have here. Every credit bank have their own bank.
Okay.
The bank here, the big bank sponsor the credit bank here.
Okay.
If we have the United Bank of Urhobo, we can have the community bank. That is You know, in every credit bank, there is a limit you can bank there.
Yes.
You don't know.
Yeah, so there's a stop. They can have some stop.
There's a stop there. So, but in the main bank, the UBU, the United Bank of Urhobo, that is could be the big bank, sponsoring it attached to every community bank in Urhobo land.
Amen.
Well, no one. I didn't by bank in the but with the experience in the border, that is why I'm telling you this one.
Okay.
The UBU, United Bank of Urhobo.
Yes.
To stand, the insurance company
support
them with them. In other words, a lot of us are booming areas of Urhobo.
Then,
like the insurance is there. When you know insurance,
yes, yes.
When you remember,
yes, sir.
The motor of the insurance will come and motor did it. I don't quite jump in a half with an individual. Apart from the apple already, if I don't quite motor jump in a quite a
it's entering one free wallet.
Yes. So that when we are having such case, every industry, every of our establishment we have the insurance company.
Good.
As the indemnity insurance, whatever.
Yes.
So we can know that we can have the strong mind to push forward.
Okay.
We remember that. So let the bank be the first thing we do. I can make a place. Okay, make you know.
Hey. Hey. Yes.
We know the thing. This is what we should do. What are the movement of whether you go to Urhobo, we say, okay, this is where we go, and I think our master.
Okay.
We achieve it.
Okay. Claudia said, actually, what is the name? Kris, is this his name, Claudia, or the name of the bank? He already said the name of the bank. Okay, you wrote it down, Claudia. Claudia said, he said United Bank of Urhobo, and I agree. I wrote Urhobo Bank, but he completed it. He said United Bank of Urhobo. Beautiful. And then we have an insurance company. So I think that's one suggestion that is where we should start. Yeah. And I agree. Because it's a lot of products we've listed, and that is one of the big suggestions of the evening. I like that. I really like that. Okay, you mark away, bros. Yeah. And then you'll be surprised that yes, this guy said he would like for data to be industrialized. Yes, for data to industrialize, maybe we need money to do so. Money from the bank will be one thing. And sometimes we underrate what the power of coming together.
Yes.
Oh God, the power of coming together. When are we going to have money to get the bank? But every day, you in Urhobo, why you go 118 and why you go 118? If you put the bank in one Urhobo bank, the money will be too much. It's like a bueno for what we want to do. If we can just come together and put our money in that place. Don't fear. Don't be afraid. How many banks are afraid in Nigeria? Urhobo when I just survive.
Back in about because how you deposit now? You have to deposit that 20 billion.
Yes, to start it.
You deposit there. I remember that when they make question, you can or the United Bank of Urhobo.
Yes.
Before you realize that's not even a case to look back.
But nigga, I don't know when the quiver became going out of one year. Only two people put that money down.
Yeah.
And we're talking we should
not be afraid of that.
No, we're not. We're not. No. What I'm no money what about Kigona Jomore? Because in look at Abuja. Ben Urhobo won Abuja. Wabe Basabale Urhobo. No. Shine your eye. Natural money. What they put church in Nigeria? Wale Kawola. It's church in Nigeria and I want to be Kawola.
Anyway, can I tell me just over see what you can say? All right.
Yes, sir. Urhobo National Bank PLC. That is from Anthony Palmer. Urhobo Wado I would like to close the show with the Urhobo national item, if you guys will let me. What I have planned to discuss today is actually present this project to you. There's Urhobo Elite, there's Urhobo Youth, Urhobo Connect is already there. We have Urhobo Magazine, we have Urhobo Television, we have Urhobo Directory, we have, God. Then we now have the big bank issue today, which is what Bros is saying we should start with. And I'm sure you guys have one or two beautiful things. Like I'm saying, quote me, this is not a political movement. This is a national movement. And we're not building it on politics. We're building it on industrialization, providing opportunities for the Urhobo kids. And if you involve us to fight for what belongs to us from Nigeria, we will fight for it. But while we're doing so, we will also create opportunities for ourselves because we can do so. Just don't look at Nigeria. Look at what you have. You'll be surprised that one Urhobo son can actually bring in a company that will help us to get that seaport established. It's possible. I'm going to be talking with my friend, Felix. He grew up in Ogara with us. He's in the US. He's a logistician in the United States. Or he's been looking for opportunity to bring in containers into the area. Urhobo, so what we're talking of may not be too far. But we need to come together. So that when we want to tap on one another, we'll be tackling. I know now I'm many people's enemy. But I'm not your enemy. Your enemy is actually that man that is taking your oil and giving you nothing in return. But you can't see him. I am your enemy. I'm not. When I go into to social media and I see us hacking one another, and I say to myself, what a shame. Because we are not enemies to one another. We are not enemies to one another. There's nothing you are dragging on your men. You don't have a choice. But what about the company Urhobo? So Leo, take it. But the job do Urhobo me. Can I say it louder? I'm going to try and end the show today because it's a blood-staking one. It drags a lot of energy from me today. So I'm going to play the Urhobo national anthem, and I'm going to be here again. You guys know I'll be here on Saturday and Sunday. Then I will be actually be showing you the website. It's almost ready. I'll be showing you through Urhobo website, which is detailed. All the things we're talking about, I put it into one place. Urhobo is a community for Urhobo. It is not owned by Daddy Kris. It is not Daddy Kris project. It's a Urhobo project. And everybody can now create a job for himself. The leadership of Urhobo land should come in there and take the leadership. Those bankers in Urhobo land, the young bankers in Urhobo, come and take it. The people getting married in Urhobo, come and take advantage of it. Somebody should run it. I'm not going to run it. I will run the magazine. I will support the TV in London. I cannot even do the one in Nigeria. I spoke to a fellow, he's going to help us set up the one in Nigeria. And because I've started it here, it takes nothing. Do you know I can set up this in Nigeria with only less than 2 million naira? I'll come and do it. Can it be cheaper? Urhobo, that's my expertise. If I do somewhere, I'll be taking 20. What's me? Urhobo. So what I'm talking about here is a step that you all can be more relevant. I want you to wake up the next morning. Be proud that you're an Urhobo man. Because and what I call well, oti Nigeria na o figbo adajo kunadejite eda sa kwekwa kwa de yun maturobo o wi kosho robo wori o wi ku robo wori o wi ko igweneo o ki vere gba robo wori awotama to koko. How can you be making mistake? Be a proud man. That's where I'm going to end the show. And I'm going to play Urhobo record now. Dubai have that sea. No place else. Okunate easily kill Urhobo. You want to know? Be proud. Now God give you. Urhobo, that is where, listen, every time we always bless. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. Because I can't be, but I can see a lot of people still online, and I'm blessed. The reason I'm doing this is because all of you are here. Oh my God, look at Madam Chief Kesu Kumagba. I am blessed. To have all of you, Christabella, Mark Phyllis, Claudia, all of you that have joined tonight, I want to thank you all. Make up one mama, and one attack my wo, one by me where well tanake, but no, the more vegetable equal the way that the Kris or then one nerogiquena. Because this movement is beyond me. You know, and when we finally launched the website on Saturday, Wakam of Metana, every single son of Urhobo land, we have something to do in this movement. And together, we're going to identify our enemies. On one way must go out. Our problem really, they may be making mistake. I can't find what be shot on her. Or there can be politician. I am keep going. Bros, you gonna work you in a riore. I will look at now. They will bring it. When the metal Urhobo, just see what to win now. It to win as we run. We will not fight inside. Ota fa meda kan won, meda won, e to win. Kamera wele. Go bolu na bros will be warfare, but they settle it. They will on no account again. Never again. I'm going to give that speech before I end the show tonight. Never again in this beautiful land shall there be a quarrel between the two sons of Urhobo land. It's abandoned, it's forbidden. One stop line, Mike Dunyo on my next show. Ikpakurobo ke Dunyo yo. Wode momo ni we otomo ni we pasa. No mo ni we na koyo obrege we. Mike Dunyo ko wonu na eye di Urhobo ke nenuwe. I will not swear for you today because it's not yet time. There's no time for that anymore. This is time for unity. Because it's over. Okay, Baba will be royal. That time has stopped. Because we will not allow him to continue that way. That's what this movement is there. The movement will not allow them to do the same thing. I can assure you. But we're not going to go into the past and start fighting. No. But this movement will not allow that king to do what he was doing before. That time is over. And this movement will not allow that politician to begin to steal because we will not allow it. We'll be watching them. But all the issue, all the grievances, all the past, AK Kofia now, Urhobo is moving in a new direction. There's a new movement in town that carries everybody along. I submit that to you today. And that's where we end the show tonight. Urhobo, okay, you Kris for bringing the movement that we should share this video. And actually, I'm going to launch this video on our new website so people can watch it as well. I'm not going to announce the website yet. I'm going to announce it on Monday because a lot of the videos I've already run on this platform during this coronavirus period, they've been really very blessing. And I can tell you that most of the things that come out of my mouth are not written down. It's coming from God. It's God speaking through me. I can tell you for that for free. Do you know, before I come to any show, I say, just before I'll go, I'll get what to say. I know what I want. I know the mission. But God will say, this is the direction you are going. So never question. You know what I said to myself? As I was talking, God said something to me. Are you the one that made UPU president? Am I the one that chooses the leader? I'm not. So am I questioning God for choosing them as leaders? No. But I have right to say, don't do this again. That office they have, we will respect it. But we will not allow them to fail. That is what this movement is out to do. I don't know whether I've spoken enough. I'm going to end there tonight. When I come back on Saturday, it will be a new dimension in Urhobo land. Hatred will be a thing of history. We will no more curse one another. Instead, we're going to look for a strategic way. We'll be solving the next project ahead. It's about projects now because the projects are so many that if you don't have something to do in this new nation, if you are going, forget politics. Politics is there. Whether we're not in politics, even the nation allow you because we cannot make all the changes if you are not in government. There may be need for that. I'm not going to say no. But this is not a political movement. This is a national movement. That is where I end the show tonight. My name is Daddy Kris, and this is Urhobo Talk, all the way from London. And it's been a wonderful blessing having all of you. Until Saturday, please, coronavirus is still stylishly there. Follow the safety precautions because together we're going to celebrate the victory. We'll be celebrated it, we'll continue to celebrate it. In Jesus' name, amen.